Once, beetroot wasn't just a vegetable, it was a way to survive the winter. It wasn't thrown away, it wasn't forgotten. It was kept, fermented, passed on, like knowledge. And perhaps that's why, in Ukrainian cuisine, beetroot isn't just about taste, it's about depth, about diversity. All magic begins with the simplest things: water, salt, and time. The raw beetroot is cut into large chunks, not chopped finely. It's given space. Cold water is poured over it. A pinch of salt is added. Sometimes a crust of rye bread is added to speed up the process. And then it's left, without fire, without noise. It's not boiled, it's not fried, only time. And then, suddenly, something changes. After a few days, the water darkens, as if gaining strength. A scent appears, fresh, tangy, alive, slightly wild. This is beet kvass. It's drunk, quenching thirst, but the real magic lies beyond. Because it's not just a drink, it's an ingredient that gives dishes character. And this is just the beginning. Here, an important moment. The same beets, the same water, the same salt, but a different meaning. If the essence of kvass lies in the liquid, then in fermented beetroot, it's the root itself. The beetroot is cut into smaller pieces. It's packed tightly into a jar. The brine remains the same, water and salt. But now we're not waiting for a drink, but for changes inside the main ingredient. It becomes denser, deeper in flavor. The tanginess penetrates inside rather than staying on the outside. Kvass, that's the soul of the process. Fermented beetroot, its body, and together they create the base for the next step. Shpundra, this is the true climax of connection, and here's the moment when everything comes together. A skillet, hot, alive. Pork is fried until it's golden brown. The fat begins to melt, releasing a thick aroma. Onion, garlic, and bay leaves are added. And then, beetroot. Fresh, roasted, or even fermented. Each option gives its own nuance. But the key is beet kvass. It's poured in instead of water or broth. And the dish changes before your eyes. A pinch of flour, spices, the sauce darkens, thickens, deepens, enveloping the meat. The sweetness of the beetroot, the acidity of the kvass, the fattiness of the meat, they all merge into one flavor. Balance. It's no longer just stewed pork. This is a dish with character, mentioned in the legendary Aeneid, and eaten by true Ukrainian Cossacks. Let's move on to the rolls, the evolution of beetroot's roll. This remarkable product is capable of more than just adding flavor. It can change form. Beet leaves, thin, flexible, almost silky. They're poured with hot water and they become pliable. They're used to wrap a filling, rice, mushrooms, sometimes meat. Everything is seasoned harmoniously. Everything is layered in a pot and slow cooked. Here, beetroot is no longer the star flavor. It's the structure. It holds everything together. It gives form. It brings calm. And at the same time, it imparts a light, barely perceptible sweetness. It can be stewed in broth with the addition of beet kvass or in a sauce of your choice. This dish will take you back to your childhood. And finally, the culmination, borscht. Not just a dish, the result of this entire process. Here, there can be both fresh beetroot, fermented beetroot, and even a bit of kvass for that tang. It's stewed separately to preserve the color, added to a deep broth with vegetables and meat, cabbage, potatoes, carrots, delicately blended with onions, tomatoes, and garlic. But it's the beetroot that sets the tone. In some regions, prunes are added for a smoky flavor, and in southern Ukraine they sometimes even add fish. This is for true gourmets. A balance between sweet and sour. A deep ruby color, like a memory. Rich garlic buns, pampushki, lard, and a spoonful of sour cream on top, like a soft period at the end. Beetroot is a story of patience. It waits, it changes, it gathers strength. It must be endured, allowed to unfold, from water to kvass, from kvass to shpundra, from simple fermentation to complex flavor, And somewhere between these stages, flavor is born. And that's why, in Ukrainian cuisine, beetroot isn't just a background note, it's the thread that weaves everything together.